Everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 4 at 6. I'm Matt Breen.
And I'm Jessica Bowman. Today was the first day for a new age policy at Southern Hills Mall targeting some teens. Visitors under 16 are now required to be with a parent or guardian 21 years or older if they're inside the mall.
The policy says proof of age will be required, and any unescorted youth under 16 they'll be asked to leave. That youth escort policy has sparked conversations and questions.
Many of those came to KTIV through social media. KTIV's Taylor Decker spent the day working to get you answers. She's live in the studio tonight. Taylor?
Yes, I spoke with the Southern Hills Mall management on the phone to ask some of your questions. Now, they tell me that with this new policy, it was created in mind for prevention and protection for the people who go to the mall every day. And mall management says they want to be proactive.
Mall management says they've seen a trend of behaviors creating a need for the new youth escort policy. Sioux City Police have the statistics showing the number of issues reported at the mall since the start of this year. Police say they've responded to 73 calls at the mall since the first of the year for an array of issues.
There's any type of disturbances, fights, criminal activity at the mall, we respond to those calls.
34 of those calls were for theft or shoplifting.
For shoplifting, it kind of ranges on all ages. Sometimes they're juveniles and parents are called. Sometimes it's adults.
KTIV got several questions about the way this policy will be enforced. The policy states security personnel are responsible for enforcing this policy and the procedures. Mall management adds it's a twofold response. First, they'll have mall security address the person or group to be removed. If this issue continues, security will call Sioux City Police Department for trespassing.
The only time we would get called out here is if they're having a problem, where there's criminal activity going on, fighting, anything like that.
Although Sioux City Police say officers are not enforcing this policy, they will go to the mall when called. And there's different protocol if they encounter a juvenile.
If we can't get a hold of a parent, that juvenile will be transported to juvenile detention, and the parent will have to pick them up there.
Another big question, will the mall hire more security? Mall management says that this policy is a tool and they have more than enough security.
I think everyone should be able to come to the mall and enjoy shopping and have a good time at the mall and not have to see any type of criminal activity or anything like that going on.
Mall management also says this policy was created as a tool to help be a guide for those who want to spend time in the mall. To read the full policy, go to KTIV.com. Matt, Jessica.
All right, Taylor, thanks for that update.